welcome to Tori Talks TV. I'm Tori.
And I'm Dr. S.
And today we will be reviewing, this is Season 4, Episode 10, called Lights and Shadows, which was an exceptionally good episode. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I missed them. Yes, they gently eased us back into the sometimes too sentimental This Is Us world. Yes, it was very good. Okay, let's start with one of our big three.
Okay.
Kate. So we got to talk about Kate and Toby.
Yeah.
It was confirmed that text message he sent to his CrossFit thread was about her.
It was about her. We gave him the benefit of the doubt. We thought maybe it was about his mom.
But he was complaining about her.
Know. Which, I mean, to be fair, it was to a group.
Okay.
It was venting, which people need to do.
That's true.
So it's better than, like, lashing out against your loved one.
But why was she okay with it? She didn't seem to be very upset by it. She was just like, oh, okay, cool.
Well, she also kind of vents to her neighbor friend.
Oh, okay.
So maybe she's like, okay, it's good that
maybe
he has
like, that's even. Yeah. I guess I understand that. We find out the true identity of LadyKryptonite. Kara?
Kara.
Yeah, and she tried to kiss Toby.
Yeah. So Kate was right to be a little suspicious.
That's good.
Yeah. Did you think a little bit that Toby maybe was, like, lying to her?
Yes, I did.
I do. They keep getting me with this, right? Like, one minute you're like, Team Toby, not Team Toby. Toby, what you doing? And then all of a sudden you're like, yeah, I'm okay with him now.
No, yeah, I am okay with him too, but...
But he needs to learn how to take the good with the bad.
I
know.
Your
baby's blind. You need to wrap your head around it and, like...
Him saying the reason why he doesn't hang out at home so much is because he just can't accept the fact that his baby will never see Star Wars with him or, you know...
Not about you, Toby.
It's not all about you. I do... there's two sides to every story. Yes, it makes him really sad. But you gotta move on now.
Do you think it's about his depression, though? Because maybe he doesn't want to go down the hole. Like, it'll take him deep down to the dark place, which is fair.
Probably what it is.
It's all very complicated.
You know, I noticed there is really something different about the way these two talk to each other, this conversation. There was like a calmness, maturity, and like even kind of like a resignation to them. Like they were just very, it wasn't like dramatic. Like it was very well done. Like, you know, the way couples should argue or talk through things. So, I mean, nothing was really resolved there, obviously, because then they got distracted by Baby Jack seeing Lights and Shadows, which is the name of the episode.
Yes.
So... I wonder what's in store for them, even though we kind of know. But I like the way they're interacting.
I do too.
I'm okay with it.
I'm okay.
They're getting everything out. I'm so glad they answered something, because the big question, the cliffhanger from, you know, the fall finale was, what's going to happen?
Well, we know they're going to get divorced, though.
Yeah, I was just wondering what that text was about, but we got it. Okay. So that was answered. Let's move on to Kevin. Oh my gosh, this was a really quirky episode for him.
It really was.
So he's hired a matchmaker because, you know, he just really wants to find love that badly, I guess. But those dates were terrible.
They were really bad.
Yeah, that was embarrassing. So then at a coffee shop, he meets Lizzie. So were you not thinking, like, oh, this is baby mama?
Yes!
They finally have a name. Yes. So she turns out to just be a really big fan, and he's her hall pass.
Her hall pass.
That's so sad because he went all out with this date and the John Legend concert. Yeah. And I mean, that was pretty impressive.
It was very impressive. I felt really bad for him.
I felt bad for him too.
Yeah, I was kind of mad at her. Like, what's your problem?
I was like, that was so lame. But you know what? This is such great diversion. I totally fell for it.
I was like, oh my God, this is the one. But I kind of like that she felt bad. Like
she couldn't do it after all.
Yeah. But really, like, when you think about it, like, what if you really did run into your, like, celebrity hall pass? Like,
what would you do?
Does that happen? I don't have one, but, you know, maybe I should come up with one. Because it could happen.
It's true. You never know.
You gotta be ready.
Right? But I have to talk about the most exciting thing that happened with Kevin is when he is going to work at and it's 11 p.m. I remember him saying that. And he said, oh, I can't believe the start time's 11 p.m. And then he hands his phone to that, like, production assistant. And guess who's calling?
Sophie!
So there's a possibility she still might be.
I think they're just tricking us. They're tricking us.
Well, they always do.
I know. I'm not gonna fall for it.
Okay, that's fine. No. I get it. Reserve it.
I've been burned. Too many times.
Get your hopes up. Yeah. But my hopes are up. Because I really want Sophie to be the fiance in the back with morning sickness. Sorry. But yeah, that was really exciting. But it's 11 p.m. at night, so it's like, is this an emergency? What's happening? Why would she call him? So many things to ponder.
And she's in New York, so really it's even later. Because he's in LA, right?
There you go. What does it mean? All right, we got to move on to our last big three. Number Randall. Oh, Randall has been doing a lot of work looking for a neurologist so that Rebecca can seek treatment for her memory issues. And oh my gosh, so when he told Miguel, when he's like, yeah, I'm flying out, of course that's my mom, and he was like, but don't tell Kate and Kevin. But then we find out later it was actually at the request of Rebecca.
At first I was a little mad at Randall, like, oh, you're a control freak. Like, you're trying to, like, domineer this whole situation so that you're the one in charge. And I was kind of mad at him.
I was too. Yeah. And then we find out Rebecca's the one that says, don't tell Kate because the baby, don't stress her out. And then Kevin with the sobriety. So then I was like, oh. So when he says in the fall finale, Kevin says to her, remember, Mom, we're not talking to him. But then why? Yeah. I don't know. So many questions to answer.
That's not answered yet.
I guess that isn't answered. But they're mad at Randall. Maybe he didn't want her to take the blame for it. So he was like, just blame it on me. I was the one that said not to tell you guys.
I was a little mad at Randall when he accused Miguel of, like, not noticing, though.
Oh, I know.
I was like, don't beat on Miguel. Like, Miguel is such a good guy.
Want someone to blame or something. Like,
oh, you should have seen it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That scene where Rebecca's sharing the memory of baby Randall and how he was like the early bird and he would wake up before the twins and she would sit with him in the rocking chair and they'd watch the sun come through like the window shades
because they didn't want to open the blinds.
Yeah, that was so sweet. But even sweeter was adult Randall's face when she was telling it. He was kind of like a little boy, like, tell me more, Mom. It was super cute.
They have the cutest relationship.
Yeah, they really do. And just how she talked about, you know, savoring those moments, those fleeting moments when, you know, they're a child, because it could change like that. Like, the baby was okay. Baby Randall was fine with it then, but then, you know, babies change all the time.
Bye, Mom.
Yeah. Oh, that was so sweet.
You know, and then it's like, now she's like having memory issues. So like, she even knew back then that she needed to hold on to all her memories.
Isn't that interesting? Yeah. Oh, and speaking of Miguel, because we were talking about Miguel, he usually is the comic relief, right? I felt like he had a little more of like the dramatic material this episode. And him basically going through the stages of grief, finding out that she does have a mild cognitive impairment. And
then the denial, right?
The denial.
Yeah, like, oh no, we're just getting old. Like, old people forget these.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
he knew.
That was really sad. Oh my gosh. And then Randall at the very end, that home invasion scene.
Okay, the way they did that, I just got chills again. So he goes and kisses, like, he sees everybody in the house. So now we're like, the scene is set. Everyone's sleeping peacefully in bed. His wife's upstairs.
And then he comes down.
There's like this intruder. He has a knife in his hand.
Yeah.
And then he does that breath. Did you hear his breath?
Yes.
He's like,
ooh, that just gave me chills.
Because he like has anxiety too. Yes. So like, what's he gonna do? Oh God.
So that was legit terrifying.
Yeah. I'm like, what the heck?
I can't believe that
Nobody
happened.
better get hurt. This is us. I'm telling you. You're in trouble.
I know. Oh, I know. Because we know Randall is in the future.
Alive.
Flash forwards. But I don't know. Okay. No, it's fine. We'll move on. So let's talk about the past a little bit because they show Rebecca and Jack in the past. And Jack is obviously feeling inferior because Rebecca's
her dad is not a nice person.
I know.
He's such a snob.
I mean, okay, so he says to Rebecca, okay, we're going to take a break. That's not a surprise. I mean, we know that they're going to end up together.
Yes, exactly.
So it's okay. Yes. But what was surprising was Rebecca's mom kind of comforting her and telling her, you know, your dad's the reason why he said that. And then
I was shocked.
Kind of encouraging her, like, go get your man.
Yeah. It's like you either get like provided for or you have, I love how she was just like, it better be a love story for the ages. That was good.
It was
so good.
Well, the thing about Jack and Rebecca's romance or their story is it's that fairy tale, right? Really like in your face love story. But Miguel and Rebecca are less showy, but still an example of true love, which is what she was trying to say. Was like, it doesn't always have to be that fairy tale, showy romance to make it work. Because, you know, it's unrealistic. Not every... So, you know, everybody out there, if you feel like your relationship is not like a fairy tale, it's okay. It doesn't have to be.
I remember Jack and Rebecca had moments too where they fought and they like all the time. And Beth and Randall, who would also be a love story for the ages. Randall has said some mean things to Beth. Remember that voicemail?
Can't forget it.
So I mean, it's all up and down.
Yeah. So one thing that happened at the end of the Rebecca Jack montage, she's the first one to say I love you. So he says something. He says to her, Rebecca Malone, I love you. Don't you ever forget it.
I know. I was just like,
don't you ever forget.
She's not going to forget.
She's not going to forget.
She's going to write it down in her notebook.
Do you think she's going to start calling Miguel Jack?
I don't know, but then
gosh.
you know, like there's Nikki still, and I think there's still that like Nikki's gonna like play this role of like substitute Jack for everybody.
Right. Totally possible.
I know.
Yeah.
Like she's gonna remember because there's pictures, and she wrote it down.
Yeah.
And did you see in Randall's house too, like all the pictures as he like?
Yeah. Very sweet. This is such a good episode to come back with. Yeah, I can't wait to see what's going to happen. I'm so glad there's more episodes.
Yes, thank goodness.
Yeah. All right. So that is all we have. We'll see you next time when we review This Is Us Season 4, Episode 11. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you then. Bye-bye.